In this lesson, we're going to break down a driving blues groove in open G that is gritty and full of some sweet slide moves. Check the timestamps if you're looking for the entire playthrough of this piece, but we're going to get started right now with the main riff and build this thing brick by brick. Let's get to it. Alright, this main riff really sets up a lot of what we're going to do in this progression, and something that you should definitely keep in mind is this technique that we have going here picking wise. I'm using the thumb to play the bass on the 5th string, and once I play it, I'm coming back to the top of the string to kind of mute it out. I'm not doing this. I'm coming back and making it kind of pop just by stopping the note. And then I'm locking these two fingers together. That's my index and middle, and plucking strings 4 and 3. I'm plucking those together kind of as a unit a lot here. So you get kind of this bounce, this seesaw effect, right? And that's actually the first two parts here. We go bass, strings 4 and 3, then we're going to slide down from the 3rd fret, plucking these the 3rd and 4th string together, slide down from 3 to 2, and then pluck again. Alright, now hit the bass and we're going to hammer on, open up to the 3rd fret. Now that's kind of tricky because we're hammering on with the slide. Then we're going to break these two fingers here apart and just roll through the strings here. So thumb, index, middle, and then slide up to the 5th fret and do it again. So what we've got for the first part of this riff is one more time. So we answered that the second time around with a lot of the same technique in mind. We just sort of changed the back half of this. We're much more on the beat here. We've got that same sort of vibe happening where it's thumb and then these two as a unit. Then we come up to the 5th fret and pluck all 3 together. We want to make a big statement about that to end the riff. So that's the main riff, and then what we're going to do is just repeat that. So we'll play that twice before moving on to the 4 chord, which is here at the 5th fret. We're going to make a big statement and slide into the chord, and I'm going to use all 3 fingers, my thumb, index, and my middle on my picking hand, pluck those all together and slide in. But then there's a really cool lick coming. Alright, a few things going on here. We're sliding in to the chord, that's strings 5, 4, and 3. Double slide, we're coming in twice. Good way to make a statement. Then we launch into this lick, which mixes the slide and a fretted note. Alright, so here it is. So that's going from the 4th string to the 5th string, right at the 5th fret under the slide. Drop back down to the 3rd fret on the 4th string, and then come back up to the 5th. And obviously when you're doing that, you're coming down with the fretted note here. And we finish that off with just this cool little slurred motion. We slide back down to 3 and then pull off. Just kind of flick the wrist off. And that's what we're looking for. Then come back. But instead of going back down, right, we're going to go up. The second time. And that's an important note. We're really over a C chord here, the 4 chord, and that is the flat 7 of C. There's a C, there's the flat 7. So we've got that note that really puts a lot of blues at play here. Now, we pretty much have everything we need to build the entire 12-bar progression except for when we hit the 5 chord. So at bar 9, we're going to go up and do something very similar to what we just did over bars 5 and 6. Let's have a look at bars 9 and 10. So we really have this call back to what we've already done over the 4 chord when we hit that 5 chord up here at the 7th fret. When I say 5 chord, I just mean 5 chords above the key center, right? But we don't have to know that. Just slide into the 7th fret here, and we're going to do that same move that we did. And then we're going to back down and do basically the same thing, but just down a full step, 2 frets. All right, so now we basically have all of the blocks to put this thing together into a 12-bar blues progression. There's one little statement that we're going to make at the end just to kind of finish out with some power moves here, and I think you'll be able to figure that out just by watching along. Of course, you can always follow along with the tab if you're a premium member, but I think you'll get this because all we're doing is ending with the 5th fret, 7th fret, and then, of course, coming back to home bass to round us out. But let's have a listen to this. And you know what? Let's throw some drums in the mix here. Have some fun with this. And let's go around this thing for 12 bars. Here we go. If you like this video, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and come on back next week. And if you want to keep learning, just click or tap right over here, and I'll see you in that video. Until then, practice smart and play on.